So I'm going to take a stab and say that I know exactly what your last 6 months have looked like. You wake up at 3 a.m. soaked. You can't remember why you walked into the kitchen. Your jeans fit last month, but they don't fit today, and you haven't changed a damn thing. You're snapping at the people you love for no reason over nothing. And somewhere in the back of your head, you keep asking the same loaded question. What the hell is happening to me? So you went to the doctor. She ran your blood work. It came back and she told you everything looks fine. Yeah, okay, fine. But you don't feel fine. You feel like a freaking stranger in your own body. Like someone swapped you out for a version of yourself who now sweats through her sheets, can't focus, can't sleep, and can't figure out why the weight is just sitting there, no matter what you do. Yeah, that is not fine. And you are not imagining it. Here's what I want you to hear today. Your body is not turning against you. It's just changing, and there's a difference, a big one. And once you understand what is actually happening inside you, and I'm not talking about the scared version, the doom scroll version, and I'm definitely not referring to the 4-minute summary your doctor gave you on the way out the door, you'll be able to finally stop white-knuckling your way through this and start doing something that actually works. That's what today's about. No fear, no doom, just real information and a clear path forward. Let's go. Welcome to the Love Your Naked Ass podcast, the Midlife Rebellion Edition. I'm your host, Kimberly Riggins, health and life coach, holistic nutritionist, and your go-to bullshit detector for all things midlife. If you've ever rolled your eyes at the phrase aging gracefully, you're my kind of rebel. Because midlife isn't about slowing down. It's about showing up, speaking up, and maybe flipping a few tables along the way. So grab your coffee or your cocktail. I'm not here to judge. It's time we raise some hell, laugh a little, and love our naked asses again. Let's do this. Okay, let's jump right in and let's start. Perimenopause is not a disease. It is not your body breaking down. It is a hormonal transition, and it starts earlier than most women expect. We're talking late 30s to early 40s. Fun times, I know. And sometimes it even starts earlier. Sorry, ladies. The average age of menopause is about 51, but the shift leading into it, that can span a decade or more. Think about it, a decade. So if you're 42 and you're feeling off, that's not in your head. That's perimenopause doing exactly what perimenopause does. So here's the short version of what's going on. Estrogen and progesterone are fluctuating, not just declining. They're going up and down in unpredictable patterns before they eventually just drop. And that's why symptoms can feel so incredibly random. 1 week you feel fine, the next week your body feels like it's running its own agenda. Progesterone tends to drop first. And progesterone, if you didn't know it, is your calm down hormone. It's what helps you sleep. It's also what keeps your anxiety quiet. So when it dips, you get more restless sleep, more anxiety, and a whole hell of a lot more irritability. Then estrogen starts fluctuating. And estrogen, unfortunately, is connected to everything. Your metabolism, your brain function, your bone density, your mood, your body temperature regulation. That last one, yeah, that's where the hot flashes come from. And then we have your hypothalamus, the part of your brain that controls the body temperature. This becomes hypersensitive to small temperature changes. It thinks you're overheating when you're not, so it triggers a heat release response. And then it causes a rapid heartbeat, sweating, flushing, the whole thing. And it's not random. It's your nervous system responding to a hormonal signal. And the dreaded weight gain? Well, your body's shifting where it stores fat. Estrogen loss accelerates the shift towards visceral fat, which is essentially, and what most women see, the belly fat. And your muscle mass starts declining faster if you're not actively fighting it. This is why what used to work stopped working. You didn't change. Your hormones did. So I want to tell you something I didn't fully understand when it was happening to me. For a long time, I thought I was just tired. Not like I needed a nap tired, but bone tired. The kind of tired that doesn't fix itself with sleep because sleep isn't actually restoring you. I'd wake up at 3 a.m., completely wired, and lie there for 2 hours with my brain running laps and my legs deciding they needed to train for a marathon at midnight. I don't know if you've experienced restless leg, but it's a thing and it sucks. I was irritable. Not my normal level of opinionated either, by the way. I was genuinely short fused in a way that scared even me a little bit. My body was changing in ways I couldn't explain. I was eating well. I was exercising like I normally was, and then the belly weight was just kind of there. My belly button looked like it started to accumulate like a circle of, I don't know, a pillow, if you will. And it just like moved in there and decided it owned the place. So, of course, what did I do? I went to my doctor. Got a blood panel, which, by the way, wasn't easy. I had to beg for it. And my blood work came back normal. Yep. And I thought, are you freaking kidding me? Because I knew my body, and this was not normal. So I started studying. I went deep on perimenopause, on hormones, on midlife nutrition, you name it, I studied it. I read books, I took a class, I took certifications on this. Not to become a researcher. Honestly, I started to do it so I could understand what was actually happening in my own body so I could stop being afraid of it. And here's what I've learned. Normal blood work doesn't mean no changes. It just means your numbers fell within a range. And if you've ever actually looked at these, those ranges are vast. So they don't capture how dramatic a shift can feel even when the numbers look acceptable on paper. And more importantly, the way most women are taught to respond to these symptoms is completely backwards. Eat less, restrict more, do more cardio, push harder, blah, blah, blah. That is the exact opposite of what a body under hormonal stress needs. So, with that said, I stopped fighting my body and I started supporting it. And eventually, because it wasn't easy, everything started to shift and change. So, here's the thing. Your body isn't failing you. It's just asking for something different, and you need to start listening to what your body is telling you. Because here's the lie that you've been told, that these symptoms mean something's wrong with you, that the weight gain is maybe laziness, and that the brain fog is, oh, just stress, and that the hot flashes are something you just need to push through. That's bullshit. Even the exhaustion, that means you just need to keep pushing harder. No, none of that is true. Your body is not broken, and neither are you. It's just adapting to a massive hormonal shift, and it's doing exactly what a smart, intelligent body does when the rules change. It's holding on to energy because it's not getting enough fuel. It's storing fat differently because estrogen is all over the place. It's running your brain at midnight because progesterone crashed and took your off switch with it. And it's sending you hot flashes because your internal thermostat just decided to do whatever the hell it wants. None of that is you falling apart. That is your body doing exactly, like I said, what a smart body does when everything shifts at once. And a smart body responds to being taken care of, not punished. The women who come out of this transition feeling strong are not the ones who restricted harder or ran more miles. They're actually the ones who stopped fighting their bodies and started working with them. That's the entire shift. From punishment to partnership, from control to support, from what the hell is wrong with me to what does my body actually need right now? Let me say it again. Nothing is wrong with you. Okay, so what actually helps? It's really about the foundations first. Okay, so here's the part where I tell you what to do. And I want to be very clear about something before I do. There is no supplement, no peptide, no 30-day challenge that fixes a cracked foundation. You have to build the foundation first. Then, if you need additional support, you add the tools on top of it. That sequence matters 100%. So here's what the foundation looks like for your hormones. Eat enough, especially protein. This is the one that I see women get wrong constantly. Undereating in midlife is incredibly common. Women have been trained to eat less, eat light, eat careful. And in perimenopause, that approach backfires hard. Your body's already under a tremendous amount of hormonal stress. So when you undereat on top of that, your cortisol levels rise. And cortisol tells your body to hold on to fat, especially belly fat. And muscle starts to break down faster. You need protein in every meal, end of story. Not just a little, enough. We're talking 25 to 40 grams per meal depending on your size and activity level. Protein preserves muscle. Muscle protects your metabolism, and your metabolism is not your enemy, but you have to feed it. The second piece of your foundation is lift heavy. Yes, heavy. I'm not talking about light weights for high reps here. I'm talking about progressive resistance training, challenging your muscles, giving them a reason to stay. Muscle mass declines faster after 40 if you're not actively fighting it. Estrogen loss accelerates that process, and muscle is your metabolic insurance policy. It also does something for your mood, your sleep, and your energy that cardio alone cannot do. So yes, walk, move, but lift. This is non-negotiable. The third piece in your foundation is sleep like it's your job, because right now it kind of is. Sleep is where your body actually does all the repair. And it's where your hormones regulate, it's where cortisol resets. And when your sleep breaks down, which perimenopause loves to do, everything else gets harder. Cool your room, limit your alcohol intake, limit screens before bed, eat enough during the day so you're not waking up hungry. And if night sweats are wrecking your sleep, then maybe talk to your doctor about what support is available to you. You don't have to just survive this. Number 4, lower your stress load. Seriously. Cortisol and estrogen are in a constant tug of war in perimenopause. When cortisol is chronically high because you're overcommitted, under-rested, over-responsible, and running on fumes, your body prioritizes cortisol production over everything else. That means less energy for hormone balance, more belly fat storage, more inflammation, and a whole hell of a lot more symptoms. Like I said to you once before in previous episodes, boundaries are not a luxury in midlife. They are a physiological necessity. So make sure you have some strong boundaries. Saying no to the things that drain you is not selfish. Look at it as hormonal support, and I mean that literally. Okay, your action step for this week. I want you to do one thing, just one, and you're going to start with the number one foundation. We've talked about this before if you've been here for a while, but it's necessary to say it again. Audit your protein intake for 3 days. Not forever, not perfectly, 3 days. Write down what you eat and roughly how much protein is in each meal. And don't panic about the numbers. Just look. This is an observation exercise. This is not a pass-fail test. What you're going to notice is that most women are shocked by what they find. They think they're eating enough protein, and they're not even close. And you might fall into that same scenario. After you finish those 3 days, if you realize you're coming up short, which you probably will, I want you to add 1 protein-forward meal per day. Start with 1 until you can make it a habit, and then move to 2, 3, so on, blah, blah, blah. So what does that look like? Maybe that's eggs and Greek yogurt at breakfast, a piece of fish or chicken at dinner, a protein shake that doesn't taste like chalk if that's easier. Start there. Not with a new program, not with a supplement stack. Basic foundations. Remember, you're starting with the foundations. Eat enough. Start with protein. That's your one thing. Here's what I want you to walk away with today, if nothing else. Your body is not the enemy. It is not broken. It is not punishing you. It is not doing this to you on purpose. It is changing. And it is asking you very loudly, sometimes obnoxiously, for a different kind of support than what you've been giving it. Stop restricting. Start nourishing. Stop cardioing yourself into the ground and start lifting. Stop grinding through the exhaustion and start protecting your sleep and your peace like they matter, because they do. You don't have to just survive perimenopause. You can feel strong on the other side of it. I promise. Okay, let's talk about next week. Next week, we're going to do something a little different, and I am 100% here for it. I called this episode Wear the Damn Shorts because nobody gets to tell you what to wear in midlife. Yes, we are going there. We are talking about every ridiculous rule someone decided applied to midlife women. No short hair after 50, no bold color, cover your arms, dress your age, and for the love of God, no leather. And we're setting that whole pile of garbage on fire. I'm also going to tell you about the time I almost talked myself out of wearing shorts because of my pale legs and the cellulite that decided to live there now. Spoiler alert, nobody died, I looked great, and I never thought about it again. Well, sometimes I do. I'm human after all, but I typically just wear the shorts. Because here's the thing, you do not need permission to feel beautiful, and you never actually did. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And if today's episode hit home, please share it with a woman who needs to hear it, because she's out there, and she probably thinks something is wrong with her. Tell her nothing is wrong with her. Tell her she just needs better information. I'll talk to you next week. And that's a wrap for this week's episode of the Love Your Naked Ass podcast, the Midlife Rebellion edition. If you're loving the show, be sure to smash that subscribe button, drop a rating, or leave a review. Because we're not here to tweak the old narrative. We're here to torch it, rewrite it, and make damn sure every woman knows midlife is her prime. Don't forget to join me on Substack at Rebel Midlife, where we get raw, real, and a little rebellious about what it means to thrive in this chapter. I'm Kimberly Riggins, signing off with this reminder: midlife isn't a crisis, it's your comeback story. Catch you next time, Rebel.